joining us is PRO for the Ghana National Fire Service, GHOne, Alex Kinati. Well said, thank you very much for your time tonight. So I'm sure just a short while ago you had the Ashanti Regional Minister there engaging your men, if I'll quote him, if there's no fire in the tender, move it from this place. I mean, first of all, let me find out from you, what is the status of the fire now?
So good evening to yourself and to your viewers. I'm not the main PR, I'm a member of the PR department. That's
I appreciate that.
So,
thank you.
Yes,
Kindly go on with the point.
Now the fire is well under control. There are pockets of fires that we are dealing with, and I'm confident that hopefully by midnight we should be able to finally extinguish the fire totally. Our men are still on the grounds, very determined, though quite demoralized by the actions and utterances of the regional minister. Our men are self-motivated and are working.
Okay, so give me your reaction to the Ashanti Regional Minister's outburst, because for us out here, it looks like this is a man who actually was determined to ensure that, the fire is put out immediately. His words, if there is no water in the tender, what is it doing here? If you have any challenge, why don't you tell me immediately? These are words that we feel, right, this is the man who is in action. Tell us your reaction to his words.
Okay, so you see, action is not by shouting or by creating public spectacle. This is a minister who is well informed of our challenges as a service. Even as at Safe March, when our officers had engaged him with the cleaning exercise, he had even assured our officers that he would have even helped with fixing our fire tender at our metro station. The promise has not been fulfilled yet. That's aside. Let me explain what happened. So just like Kantamantu, we didn't have this kind of scene at Kantamantu, yet we're able to extinguish the fire. Shouting does not fight fires or extinguish fires. So when we have a fire situation like that, where we have multiple fire tenders in attendance, the first tender that attends to the scene is called the base pump. The base pump is supposed, no matter what, is supposed to stay put at the fire station. This is a situation we had about 6 fire tenders on scene. All the other 5 fire tenders were out trying to replenish and come back. The base pump has to be per our standard operation procedure. The base pump would have to be packed at the fire scene. We can't leave the fire scene naked without any fire tender. So per our standard operating procedures, the tender would have to be there so that when the fire tenders that are going to replenish come, then they feed the base pump with water. This is something we could have easily spoken to our officers without having to put a camera and create a spectacle and demoralize the efforts of our officers. His Excellency the President came, he acknowledged the hard work of our firefighters and thanked us. Where is the thank you from them? One of our officers has fallen from the building and it's at the hospital right now. He would have to use his own pocket money to foot his bills and later go for a refund. What about a simple thank you, rather than wanting to put a camera on you to demoralize officers who've inhaled different toxic materials for 24 hours? It is not the best. We fought the fire at Kantamantu. Nobody was shouting at us. We worked. So what was the essence of shouting just to create an impression for social media? That was very uncalled for and very unfortunate.
Are you saying, from what I get, that the regional minister was not informed about a tender that supposedly he was talking about, because it's let me say, an equipment, a machine, a tender that would have to be fed with water? Are you saying he was not informed?
So, one, I can't tell if he was informed, but you see, he could have asked it in a different way rather than creating a spectacle, which would make a mockery out of the efforts that we are making. You could have easily asked without having to create a scene and telling us to move our fire tender away. To what end? Who wins or who loses when you create a public spectacle like this? For Christ's sake, you're the regional minister. You could have asked the people that what is happening without having to create a scene. The scene was totally unnecessary. This is someone, you see, and I'll question the moral justification of the regional minister. Since he took office, yes, I give him the benefit of the doubt that he has not been in office for long. But what has he done for the Ghana National Fire Service for wanting to disgrace us like this? It's different if when you came, You've probably equipped the service. You've done something for us, and you say, because I've done this, I've equipped you, I expect this and this from you. When the fire happened, the two fire tenders that were very close, Confanoche and our station at Kumasi Metro, these two fire tenders are down. It would have been nice to have seen the regional command having great efforts to try and help us fix appliances like this. But to go out and create a public spectacle, that was rather unfortunate. So our officers were very demoralized, but we are self-deterred, we are self-motivated. Mind you, the kind of fires that we are fighting, we are inhaling toxic smoke. We are inhaling different kind of materials that are burning. We're not wearing breathing apparatus. The smoke is going directly into our offices. They are sacrificing that. We don't have any health insurance. A simple thank you would have sufficed. You could have easily spoken to the commanding officer at that time, get updates. But to create a scene with a camera on you to demoralize the efforts of the firefighters, yes, you might have a legitimate concern, but the approach you take would go a long way to either encourage or discourage the people on the grounds.
No, but as dangerous as your job is, you don't mean it when you say we don't have health insurance. You're a firefighter. The first thing is your insurance, your safety. I mean, you can't tell the nation Ghana on live TV that we don't have health insurance. I dare you to repeat that again.
So I'm saying it emphatically, unequivocally, that we don't have health insurance. It's one thing that we are fighting for. Our new chief officer has told us she's putting steps in place to help us, but we don't have health insurance. When firefighters get injured at the scene of fire, they use their own resources to take care of themselves and later apply for refund to be paid to them. So if at that moment you don't have money, you would have to go and borrow money from people to be able to take care of yourself. That's the reality that firefighters are facing. A simple thank you would have sufficed.
Your officer was injured in the process. Do you know the
condition? Yes, and he's on admission at Confanoche right now.
He's been taken care of by the states.
No, and he has to take care of it himself, and then later probably apply for a refund or something, which is so unfortunate. So yes, as I said, as a minister, you could have handled it differently. Okay, you are the minister. We owe it a responsibility to you to brief you. At any point, if you feel you haven't been briefed, you can easily call on our officers without having to create a spectacle with a camera there and creating a scene asking us to move. If we move, we would fight the fire. And then publicly trying to malign us by acknowledging the police and the military. While our men are still on the ground. It's very unfortunate.
A lot of people in Kumasi, in Ghana, throughout would want to know, do you have some answers to what might probably have started this fire? Your initial investigation, what is it pointing to?
So for now, we don't, we are, obviously as firefighting is still in progress, we'll have to finish, get to the seat of fire where the fire started and be able to pick up clues that would give us much information to help us understand where the fire might have started from. People in the area were saying there were some power fluctuations. For now, I can't confirm or deny that until we've subjected it to investigation. So for now, it's still early days yet, and we are.
All right, thank you very much. I believe we spent time with you. We're grateful for your time tonight, and we wish you the very best in your efforts. Ghana can only appreciate firefighters.